destroyed for her.
Yep.
Like, a naked PA is bad.
Well, I think the thing here is potentially you do have that quick Aegis potential, again, coming out from the Beastmaster with the Yags, so that could be something they're playing into. And again, also the stat about the 0% is also only 3 games to which Liquid were losing in.
It's nice because the support duo doesn't threaten you too much, and you should lane pretty well against Doom, but I'm not a huge fan. Your whole draft doesn't really deal too much structure damage now, and you need Nisha to have a good time. If I'm Tundra, I'm going to use a couple early rotations. Definitely deal with Nisha's stacks. I think that's going to be the name of this game.
100%.
If Tundra can disrupt the mid-game timing of Secret, it almost guarantees they'll get it late enough to where they start to take a pretty firm lead.
I also remember seeing a clip, though, of an Axe diving a tower. He has got a Vanguard diving a tower and being able to just stand under it forever.
Think about the interview, though. You know, 33 just said about how he wants to play his game. Doom, pretty tanky hero now, has a bit more armor. He's going to free up Clock and Grimstrike to play into that same lane.
I didn't even think about that. Sorry, but yeah, PA. I'm thinking PA is like gonna own Doom because Doom used to have 0 armor. He does not have 0 armor anymore. No. So yeah, I actually pretty heavily favor Tundra's draft. The benefit of Secret is they have more vision,
reset pace,
and exactly, really easy to just land kills continuously. But Tundra, if you watch the tape, do not let me himself by 10 minutes, you will lose the game.
This is the Axes dance, by the way, just in case anyone wants to follow along at home.
Well, can Beastmaster win against the odds? We're going to find out. Let's head over to our commentary duo of Moxie and Purge.
Well, I mean, we've seen Axes flying left and right in all these games. It seems like Beastmaster is incredibly strong, but, you know, a lot of it's going to come down to, like the panel said, stacks, making sure that Nisha doesn't get all those. So, Purge, how are they going to do this? Because obviously, you know, the side of Secret, they have a little bit more vision to work with here.
They do, yeah. Well, that's not completely true. I mean, against Clockwork, a hero that's great at moving around and finding team fights. When they press Spectre Haunt, they instantly see where every hero is. They have some options here, and I think the nicest thing that I love about the Tundra draft is that it gives them the ability to gap close. The scariest thing about playing against Beastmaster is that his axes have 1,500 cast range. That means that going from your side to their side is very dangerous because you're walking through multiple layers of axes. But if you have a lineup that can instantly jump on and dive the opponents, Beastmaster has to spend time running away rather than just throwing the perfect wild axes every time. And they've got, look at their lineup: Spectre, Storm Spirit, Clockwork support. They've got a Doom offlane who's going to be a perfect vehicle for Inkswell. Like, they have great heroes for jumping on the enemy heroes and blowing them up quickly. And that's one thing you can definitely do to mitigate Beastmaster's mid-game and late-game effectiveness.
I mean, is this a situation as well where, you know, the Axe, he just waits patiently because you know that your opponent is going to be trying to get the jump on you? Can you try to use that to your advantage? We saw that in one of our earlier games where they knew that the enemies would be approaching them. They were fine with it.
It can be good if you have a great setup, and they've got great heroes to do that with Oracle sitting behind. We'll see if Snake King ends up paying for this one here.
It's not looking too great for him right now. I don't know if they're going to dive underneath this tower, though. Dagger comes in, and Matu gets the first blood.
Nicely done. That's an Orb of Venom coming out of the PA to help secure that kill. Clockwork does not have a lot of armor at the start of the game, only 2.2, so definitely very valuable kill. And he didn't even secure the bounty either, so that was unfortunate. Go fun for Tundra.
Yeah, definitely was trying to with those cogs. Did manage to burn just a little bit of that mana, but not quite the outcome that he was hoping for sure.
Yep. It's going to limit his ability to harass as well, or get kills, but now 3-3's in trouble. They're trialing in.
Yeah, bottom lane, and again, this is the way that you have to play against a Doom early on. You have to try to take advantage of the fact that he's not strong level 1. So they put out a decent amount of harass. He does, of course, have a salve, though, so 33 should be able to bounce back pretty easily, but I do like the aggression coming out here from the side of Tundra.
Yeah, not terrible. I mean, he's a lot more survivable at level 1 than he used to be, that's for sure, because of the extra armor, but he can't necessarily sustain as much raw damage over time because he doesn't have all this built-in regen like he used to. So if they can secure Matamba Man, like a good farm speed, this should be fine, because I think Secret was one of the teams that used PA really successfully and made it clear that it was one of the top carries the last time.
You can see here Fata trying to put a little bit of pressure here over onto Zayas. Just trying to go and mess with this creep wave. Is going to be able to teleport out, though. But again, TP is a lot more expensive than they used to be. Oh, Snaking?
Okay.
All right.
He ends up dying.
That's a second kill now for Matu, too.
Yeah. Oh, look what Zai's doing here. He's pulling. Oh, he messed it up, unfortunately. But he was hoping to pull this remaining 2 creeps into just part of the next wave. Because if he does, he gets free denies. It's basically like the best pull that you can do as an offlane. Because his team is tri-laning, at least at the start of the game here, this was pretty good for him so far, able to get at least 1 creep wave. So both carries should get a lot of farm, at least if these lanes stabilize.
Nice little cheeky play here from Snake. King is just continuously trying to be a thorn in their side, just pushing him back, making Nisha take the long way around to get back to that creep wave here.
Yeah, that's helpful. There's a little bit less last hits, a little bit less experience, all valuable there. Nisha gives him the tip. With that said, has Snake King accomplished huge amount this game? Not really. He's died twice. Gave first blood without getting a boundary, and that was a little rough.
How do you feel about the fact that he's rotating just so much here? Because again, he's still sitting at level 1.
I don't think it's terrible. He kind of has to do something, and he wasn't going to do much in that offlane there.
Okay, well, some play here going up here in the top lane as they're going to try to get the kill on Zai. That's looking pretty good. Just need a couple more hits, and down goes Zai.
Okay, not bad. I mean, Cogs is still okay damage. It's 50. It's not amazing, but you know, an extra right click and showing up at the right time like that is great.
I think it's more about the positioning, right? The fact that they were able to use those cogs to try to push them forward towards the tower and also, you know, towards the heroes.
That helps, yep. It's going to make his escape and more right clicks an absolute necessity. Yepster does grab the enemy bounty rune, so slight advantage here for Secret so far. But Nine's doing pretty good mid lane, 19 last hits, 20 last hits now, so he's slightly ahead of Beastmaster. But we all know Beast will be able to catch up most likely, so changes.
Yeah, I mean, name of the game is just pay attention to what's being stacked here as Yapster makes his way over. They do have a ward over there on the site, so I'm a little surprised about this. Vortex right back underneath the tower. It's a good pull in here from Snaking, just holding them in place, and those axes are nice, but not quite nice enough, as Nine now sitting a little bit low, but should be able to heal back up again. It was a great play from Snaking, that timing.
So cool. It just, and most importantly, this is the perfect value of showing how cool it is to be able to TP 900 range now. He TP'd, and as soon as his TP finished, he got the cogs within tower range. Like, normally, you're not going to get that same advantage. So great reaction and showing the value of cog in this circumstance from a support Clockwork.
Well, I know we were a little bit concerned earlier on with Snaking's performance. Again, he did give up that first blood and died a couple times, but I'd say that, you know, he's definitely making an impact in this game now, and that is something that he does very well. I've watched him a lot over in the NA region for quite a while now, and that is one thing that he's really excellent at doing, is being able to kind of be really annoying, I guess, like put pressure on the map and show up just to help secure certain ganks and whatnot. Although Zai here, top lane, it's call off. There is 33 though, so I don't think they have anything to cancel out this TP, unfortunately. So Zai will survive. Go right back over to his tower. Oh, look at the dagger coming in though.
Ooh. Already, it was just an animation.
Okay,
it
was
did
an
damage
animation
before his TP finished, but like, I don't know, must have been a lingering animation thing.
Today I learned.
Zai's doing a great job though. He's got somehow 26 last hits, despite starting in a 1v2 dual lane, and that pull that he did was also limited Spectre's farm a bit.
Are fortified.
Nine sitting very low here. Has to be careful, those axes coming in. We'll collect the Storm Spirit. Zai in the top lane. He's kind of running around here throughout the creep wave. The two supports try to slow him down, try to make a play here.
Kind of close, but
I don't think they can catch him.
Yep.
Yeah, look at this. He just turns back around, re-aggroes the creeps, and drags them through.
Yep, he knows that he's vulnerable up here, so he's just doing a lot of really nice maneuvers to make sure that his opponents don't get to pressure him and kill him. So that's why PA is just about 10 last hits ahead of Skeeter. Zai's been a little bit more effective pulling creeps and getting farm on the map. Doom is still getting net worth, and he's doing okay in that sense, but compared to Axe, it's actually about the same. Axe and Doom have about the same net worth, so I imagine this is a lot of small camps that Zai's cleared up, so maybe a little bit inflated looking last hit numbers.
I mean, you say that, but take a look also at the PA, who's just been allowed to basically free farm this entire time. 46, sorry, CS, and then 22 with those denies. That's a lot of denies. Like, are you? I feel like you should be concerned about that coming up this side of here. Zai
in trouble.
I don't think no, he's fine. He's fine.
So absolutely, like he's got more last hits than Spectre by what 12 right now, so it's going to mean a faster timing. But the denies doesn't really matter that much because nobody's actually been in the lane. So it's a little bit. It's more just like the denies are just a function of lane control. If somebody had been sitting in this lane the whole time, absolutely the denies is really worrisome. But for now, he's just controlling the wave, and it looks like he's going to go for a fast Deso. This game not going to see the more standard Battle Fury into other items that we see on PA. And what's cool about this is different than most people are trying to play PA right now. They're still trying to go the old build. But if he buys Deso, that's going to make him valuable at the start of the game, where instead of just being able to farm, and a lot of carries do need to get activated early on now to be effective. So he's got Deso and Yurde's over.
Ainswell connects, and that's a dead Yapster in the mid lane. You can see the teleport coming out now from the Oracle. They're still hunting though, perhaps trying to force Zai back. And I guess they're trying to do a bit of scouting too, like we said. They gotta make sure that if there are stacks up there, that Nisha is not allowed to just free farm those. Coming back out. The roar, a little bit. Oh, the Phantom went out to a creep. 9 still alive though, does have the Inkswell on him. He's gonna be able to escape. Fata most likely going to be the sacrifice here if they can get their hands on him. He's trying to use these trees to his advantage, but he's not gonna be able to.
Got a lot of damage between these two supports right now. So if somebody does get disabled, that's a big problem. But so far going all right for both sides. PA really dwarfing the Spectre right now in last hits. He's about 1,000, or sorry, net worth. He's about 1,000 up on where Spectre is. Beastmaster is dwarfing Storm by about 1,000 net worth as well. So they're not slowing down Secret. They're 2K net worth up already at the 8-minute mark, which has got to be worrisome.
That'd be worrisome too because of the fact that a Phantom Assassin, especially the way she's building, does come online a lot faster. And we talked a lot during, a couple of different panels saying that, okay, Storm seems to be that particular, I don't want to say necessarily counter to Beastmaster, but seems very strong against him. Like I said, they want to get on top of him so he can't sit back throughout these axes. Is this going to end up being an issue though, that the Storm is just, a bit behind here?
Yeah, absolutely. Network is always really valuable, but I'd say the counter kind of goes both ways. Roar is really effective at locking down Storm if him or somebody else gets a disable first. So with 9 being a bit behind, and it's a little worrisome. But most Storms right now are just playing this Yasha plus Sanj build, or sorry, Kaya Sanj build, because it's a pseudo Bloodstone and it's more effective. You get spell, you get similar levels of spell amp, if not better than Bloodstone. Bloodstone is just really expensive, so you can basically get the similar item up at a faster time. It allows you to be the initiator for the team in a lot of ways, which is part of the reason that Storm is felt a little bit more effective and less slow.
Snaking needs to be careful. I don't think he realizes that Matumba Man is here, and boy, does he do a lot of damage. So that'll be yet another kill, a third kill for Matumba Man on this PA.
He's scary. He's got his first Mithril Hammer. He's very, very close to getting his item finished. He's going to have a Possessed Mask as well, so he'll be super happy to take these early fights. Spectre is usually a bit countered by minus armor, so this should be a good solution as well. So pair enough lifesteal, enough minus armor, PA should be able to cut through Spectre without too much worry.
Look at Skid, he's just trying to hit these creeps as Yapster goes walking by here. It definitely feels a bit tough now for the side of Tundra because the jungle's just full on invaded, it feels like right now, from Secret.
Yep, this is a nice thing to do, very normal to go invade in this position. Doom going kind of an interesting item build too. He's maxed out Devour, and now he's queuing up a fast mech after the phase boot, which is really good considering what build that Matumba Man's going. Lots of minus armor means that mech is going to give him an abundance of armor on Doom and allow him to try to save his team in these crucial engagements. And we have a hero like Spectre who already reflects damage that he takes. Putting more HP on top of him with an allied mech is a really cool solution to try to make these fights go a little bit super. I'm really happy for Fada. He bought his first item just now. His boots is speed good for him.
I know, I was looking at his inventory. It's been empty for so long. It felt really bad. But pressure here on the top area. Snake King hiding out the tree line. He is only, of course, level 5, and they have the Hawk. They spot out the courier here, so Zai is going to be able to pick it up. Of course, the Urn was already completed. Snake King, though, is not looking like he's in a great position here. Does use that hook shot, tries to get a stun off, tries to do anything that he can to just slow them down a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's another kill from Matumba Man.
He's the courier with the culling blade, gives him an easy bonus to find the kill. Nicely done. Maybe he can't cure. No, he's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to kill 9. Just going here to defend the tower. Want to keep this up as long as possible so it allows Secret to continue to pressure the map. point, though. Skeeter's got Blade Mill finished on the other side of the map, so he's relatively happy. But the one downside that we're seeing for Tundra, they do have a lot of natural initiation, of course, as we pointed out earlier, but they're not going to have a blink anytime soon on Doom, so he's going to have to play a lot more of like a frontliner, please initiate on me, not my teammates playstyle. So I don't know if we're going to see a Doom get used for a while here.
Bottom lane, Yapster keeping tabs on Skeeter here. We'll open up. And Data with the Impale. Oh, look at that damage though, Skeeter. Just gonna walk away. Snake King coming back in, but gonna really find an opening here. Does go for the hook shot. Doesn't quite connect. So we'll just act as a buffer.
Of course you're gonna think, I'm gonna juke to the obvious place. I'm gonna keep going straight like a noob and you'll miss. And that actually works against pro players. It's like, why would he not dodge? Surely.
The mental warfare of a Dota 2 player, man.
They're definitely already, though. They could fight here if they want to. It did force Skeeter back to heal, which isn't great for him, but that mana burn is
yeah,
still
Nine doesn't want to fight here. Nine wants to back off for now.
Well, he actually is going to go Kaya into Orchid. He's not going to go for the Kaya Sanj build that we've seen pretty popular lately.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's good if you want to get kills. And again, they, like I said a moment ago, they don't have great initiators. So with the Doom going for a mech build. So if he gets Orchid and they jump on either Beastmaster solo or PA solo or either the support solo, it's an absolute advantage. And I guess if you don't go Orchid and you're playing against the Oracle, you're going to have a bad time anyways, because at least you want to jump and silence that guy before you go on the important core. Otherwise, you're just going to get saved every time. So probably a little bit necessary to go this build.
Smoke coming out now from the side of Tundra. And a big smoke here from Secret. They're actually just narrowly going to miss each other, but they've wrapped around. They have their eyes on 33. Gonna walk close on Matu. Standing back, Dagger opening up, followed with the axes. The stomp comes out against the Doom level, runs to the PA, but the rest of the team, they have to get in there, and that's it. That's gonna be the launch coming out from Skeeter. He's on the hunt, he's got the blade mail, but eventually 33 does fall snaking, trying to get the grab here, trying to draw them forward. They'll get the soul bind off. On the back line, the Zai shows up just in the right moment as he goes and gets the dunk on Skeeter. Fasa will also fall, snaking, running for it. Like, look at this damage coming out from Mataba Man, though, and it's Nisha with the axes from downtown that will get the kill.
It's a great reaction, but the timing is just way too strong for Secret here. Having the Deso and the Orb of Corrosion, that's -9 armor at 13 minutes. Most heroes don't even have 9 armor right now. Like, Doom looked like he had no armor, and he's got an abundance of armor with his skill build, with his item build, Soul Ring, Phase Boots, and Mechanism, and he still died real switching. Most of that was Axes, but big fight there for Secret. That was Haunt, that was Doom, and now these cooldowns are gone. So Secret can just walk into Roach Pit and toss these Axes until Roach is dead.
Plus the fairy trinket over on Nisha too. He's got everything he needs in his kit. And Zai has that invisor. Oh, he spots out Skeeter. You want to make a move on this. The Aegis went thinking, trying to get the pole, not going to be able to quite grab it.
It would have been hard. The chances of killing him were very, very low, so they were trying to wait for the best possible scenario. But I think it's really cool what Secret's doing with this PA here. By adjusting the build and going for this Orb of Corrosion plus Deso build, they secure the lane with the fast Orb of Venom in the tri-lane. Then they get Orb of Corrosion, then they get Deso, and now they can do this fight timing. See if 9 gets crushed or
TPs are coming out though, Secret. Waiting patiently, it is Zai. Matu will show. And yeah, he should be able to just get out very easily here. Snake King also going to retreat, has that sentry, does see Yapster, but should be safe underneath his own tower. When it's only Yapster. I mean, if Matu shows up, things get a little hairier.
Yeah. So what's so cool about it is that it not only gives them this amazing fight timing at that early time period, but they can also destroy towers with it because there's so much minus armor, and makes Roche easy because it's effectively like you have a slaughter from your carry position. So little build adjustment and fitting a hero that they like anyways, and all of a sudden it just looks like a strong carry.
I love the way that they're playing it though. They are just being so incredibly aggressive over on the side of Secret, making sure, oh yeah, look, you can see the timings here. And the jump again though, over to 33. Again, this is a hero that has armor, but it just doesn't look that strong in comparison to what Matu's packing here.
And he's even picked up the ice armor creep, but the issue now is that there's a lot of magic damage coming from the Beastmaster Axes. He's going to need to pivot into BKB or maybe some magic resistance shortly after this. But they take the tower and continue the map pressure here, and they're feeling great with this Aegis.
how does Tundra find breathing room here now? Because again, it just feels like this is very high octane Dota that we're seeing. They want to obviously, you know, give enough time to Skeeter so that way he can get those items. But the way that Secret is just constantly taking over this map, it's looking very difficult. And we have a blink on the axe now, so they have to be even more careful. In fact, they find two. The jump up to the high ground. I follow with the impale. Follow with the Metaphor. They even go. They have the roar. It's just a beautiful setup from Zai.
Every single hero landed their AoE abilities on 2 heroes every moment of that. It was just incredible initiation. And it's really tough. If Secret keeps playing around each other like this, it's so difficult to fight. And in the meantime, they basically just ditched Matumbo, man. He just did his own thing. He's going up bottom now solo.
Yeah. What a crit. All right, maybe they can make something happen here, though. Looks like Nine's going to try to drag back, trying to kite Matumbo Man, trying to see this opening, but he can't seem to do it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Almost killed the courier, but luckily uphill missed. Would have been nice to burn the Aegis, but yeah, best thing Nine can do is cut the creep wave behind. He's got a regen going, so he's pretty successful doing this, but...
Look at the setup here from Yapzor. Then everybody just teleports on in, and down goes 33. These boots of travel on Nisha, man.
So while the Doom build was so great against PA, it doesn't do much of anything against the Axes. They do stacking, amplifiable magic damage. Cuts right through all this armor that Doom's packing with right now. He's just trying to finish his Blink Dagger so that he can get a Doom off.
Yeah, look at this replay. Oh, it's beautiful from Zai. I don't even think they had any sort of vision there.
They just killed a ward right at the start of that. That's how they spotted them here. Hanging out in the area. That was like 4 axes in a row. It is so much damage.
How is Beastmaster getting through these drafts? I don't understand. It's too strong. It looks too good. Does too many things. Ticks too many boxes, Verge.
It's really good. I mean, and people have some theories how to beat and all, but if it's the best abuse at the patch, it just gets really, really hard to do. Against some of these top players and top teams, they're gonna abuse it well. Is that kill? He jumped 3 attacks, got a crit on the 3rd one, but yeah, there was no chance Fada lives there. Oh! Storm playing bottom a little bit.
Just have to be very careful. Okay, we do have the blink on the Doom now, so he is going to be able to be a little bit more of that initiator, but Yapzor's just done such a fantastic job this game, keeping tabs on all the big heroes. Again, look at this. Burns off the man. One shot comes in from Snaking, though. They'll go and they'll use their haunt. They'll hope that they can try to burst them down over the back line to be able to take down Yapzor. They've linked them up over here on the side with the Soulbind. Can they do it? Can they do enough damage? It's got that Doom down. Oh, but the Oracle coming in with the clutch save here from Puppey as they're just chasing him down. They don't have any way to heal him, though. He might still pop if they're not careful. No, he's got just enough as you time Bot to go down. Nine also. The roar comes out from Nisha somehow during all of this. He's still at the dagger coming out from Matumbo Man too. He wants Skeeter. He wants his blood. Can he get there in time, though? He'll focus down Snaking instead. And Nisha says, don't worry, buddy. I got Skeeter.
It was basically perfect for Tundra with the double Doom on those 2 heroes. Axe taking him out of the fight, and Beastmaster no axes, but they just couldn't quite kill him. Puppey was just running around that whole fight, continuing to pump magic resistance and heals onto Beastmaster, and because of the current items that Spectre has, he couldn't quite stay on top of him and continue keeping the damage in. Beastmaster was just too fast there with his boots of travel. 425 movement speed is what he's running at with the talent and this. So Spectre just couldn't stay on top of him and get the damage in.
Again, just like Puppey definitely coming in clutch there with that false promise. We're going to try to make a play, though, on top lane, see if they can get a pick off on Yapzor, which looks like they'll definitely be able to do. GG branch is dropped over on the side, but they have to be careful. Matu's here, and he doesn't have any fear. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down goes Fata. There's a lot of people here, but you know what? Zai, look at this. Waiting patiently, wants to go in. They don't have the Aegis any longer. Jumps in, manages to go grab a couple of them. Matu's sitting a little bit low here, so have to be careful. It does eventually fall. 33, though, trying to climb his way away. It's not going to be enough, though. Zai also going down here, and now Puppey also in danger. The roar comes out, though, from Nisha. Nine trying to sidestep, not going to be able to do it, but they'll turn back around, and the damage is there. Down goes Skeeter.
No, that wasn't bad considering their placement in the game. They picked off PA, they got the Axe, they killed the Nyx right at the start as well. Not awful for them, but again, Beastmaster just looking like the hero of the patch right now with that engagement. Kind of crazy for PA, but I really love what Fodder did. As soon as he got jumped on, he put an Ink Swell on a creep. If he puts it on himself and he dies before it explodes, it doesn't do anything. He knew that he was going down, but he Ink Swells the creep to give some nice damage to help them secure that really important PA kill, so that was nice.
That is a very thoughtful play. Yapzor hunting Snaking. He's gotten so much information this game. Look at this. Trailing around, might actually find Fata over here. Nisha joining in, they'll open up with the stun. Plus is by Carapace, hookshot comes in, but they'll root them into place. Do they have enough damage? Do they have the nuke? He's not gonna be there. Puppy now, maybe just a little bit too far forward. He's taking a lot of damage, tries to buy himself a little bit more time. The Soulbind comes out. So Puppy goes down, Snaking already falling. Matu being chased over here after Skeeter, but we get the double doom up over on the back lines as Fata does eventually fall. Can they get there fast enough though? Can they do anything? Matu's already just run away, and yeah, that double doom was beautiful, but it didn't do enough.
Yeah, they just weren't quite ready to re-engage. Unfortunately, Snaking was probably still healing at the time. They didn't have any follow-up because Storm had already burned a lot of mana, so whatever. They protect themselves a bit, and they get one kill out of it. Yeah, they killed Oracle.
He bought his back.
Okay, they bought back on the support stuff.
Oracle bought back, yeah. But look at this. Look at this. They know that the Doom is down. They know Soulbind is down. Zai getting its position, maybe a little bit off, but Launchpad just slices into the backline, takes out Fata. Here's a... And he has Ingslos here. And yeah, Snaking, he goes, he throws him up into the comms, but I don't think he's the one who's trapping PA. I think he's trapped with Matu here as he just keeps dodging around, throws out another dagger. It's just very scary for them to try to approach this PA at this time, especially when you consider the counter initiation that they have as well. Matu jumps in, gets an advantageous jump, or, you know, in this case, Zai goes in. You still have that roar. In fact, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try to burst down the Spectre, and by God, they can do it. And there's just axes flying left and right here. And they just can't seem to get them to leave their base.
Matoma's not even...
Look at it, Matu doesn't care.
Oh my God.
Doesn't care. Finds Snaking, happily takes that, throws out the top, does a little dance inside the base.
He's got like 30% life still right now between the Possessed Mask, the Morbid Mask, and the SNY boost. He's queuing up a Satanic. He doesn't need to save agent.
They almost managed to grab him there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So up-tempo here with this PA build and the advantage that they got from it. 27 to 9, 9k difference. The racks. Over here now.
I mean, this is that 0% win rate on the Phantom Assassin is about to change, I have a feeling. This is looking very, very powerful, the way that they have played this game and the way that they have built the PA. But again, you know, nothing's over until until the Ancient crumbles, so we'll see. Maybe Tundra can find some footing here. But it's looking very difficult.
It is. I mean, Spectre's not even, doesn't feel like a carry that can come back at this point to me. His net worth's behind where Dreams is. He's got like almost half the net worth that PA does. That is why PA is just shredding him. His armor gets reduced. He's life stealing at least most of the damage that he's taking. And PA just stays alive, so now Spectre just hasn't been successful enough in these fights like they were hoping on Tundra's side.
Yapsur's got to be careful here. They do have a sentry down. They can see the axes getting tossed out, though. It's always been Yapsur +1, it feels. Usually it's Nisha because he's got the boots of travel. They'll immediately take down that sentry ward, make it a little bit safer. But poor Fata, I feel like it's got to be terrifying being anywhere on this map if you're not in the base. And even then, in the base, I feel like Matu will just jump in.
Yeah, and that's one of the issues of Grimstroke. You can't defend yourself very well against gap closers. You can't instantly throw a stun to protect yourself. So PA's the perfect counter to that, at least in these small skirmishes here. If you see Grimstroke, you jump on him and kill him. And you can't do much other than say like, well, hopefully my spells will help you die back after I have died, you know, 40 seconds ago kind of a thing.
Yeah,
under attack.
But
not the best plan.
it's not. Oh, Dume is going back for I saw him thinking about going to Ags this game. He went back for BKB, he queued up. Now he's going back for Ags again. He's getting close. What it does is it increases your Doom duration by 6 seconds, and it applies Break when you ulti. If he can Doom PA or Axe, it's really, really good. Ideally both, of course. Break their passive. That means PA doesn't get her ulti for, and I believe the passive of Blur will be gone, 80% evasion for like, what, 22 seconds. That's gonna be reduced a lot by SNY, but it'll be a counter to the SNY effect. If you get this, it'll give them teamfight options.
All right, well, they know that the Roche is up, and they know that Secret definitely wants to play for this, but you have to keep in mind, Matumba Man has picked up a Satanic as well, so it really all depends who gets the initiation on who first, and also, you know, that Soulbind, it feels like it's very important for Tundra to try to get as many people as possible with that double doom, which they have. They've gotten the double doom a couple times now, but they just have been lacking the damage to follow up and actually get kills.
And
look at this.
They're just trying not to get initiated on.
Oh, yeah, that is a Spectre. They have found Oh, Matu just slicing him into ribbons. One big old crit. And down goes Skeeter. Does have buyback. Snaking needs to be careful. He's trying to draw their attention over to the side here, trying to make a little bit more space. Matu splits him out. Throws out the deck. Oh my gosh. All right, he's just absolutely obliterated. Now over on the backside, Fana says, oh god, please, no, please let me be. It's been a rough game already, but Zai, of course, coming in with the call, and it's a triple kill now for Matu.
Why not just give him all the kills? It's not like it's difficult for him to pick them all up. So
he just walks right into the base too. Nisha, follow up here though from 9, does have that Ags online. He'll turn around, he's got an Aeon just though. Has the Doom applied. It's gonna be the jump forward again. They've got the Yules. This is not looking great now for Nisha as I was looking for the opening. Finally, they do manage to take down Nisha. Nice impale coming out here from Yasser. The jump comes out from Zai. And 9 looks like he should be able to just teleport out. They've exhausted their resources. But look at this. Matu's just been hanging out in their base, hitting buildings, just having a great life. Goes back in for a kill even. Look at this. Just goes right back in again. Has to be careful because there's a lot of angry dire folk here. But again, they silence them over here at the Oracle. He's waiting patiently, trying to wait for it to go through, and it goes right back at double-sided. And again, with that soul bite, it's very, very nice. But look, Matu just does not care during all of this. They managed to get the ball promise up. He's silenced. He's doomed to everything, but he's still alive and kicking, and he's looking for more as he jumps over. They try to finish off 9. Not going to be able to quite do it. It's nice Inkswell over here onto Skeeter, but look at Matu. He's just running around in these backlines. Yapster is absolutely fine. Snake King just sliced apart yet again.
They got him really low, but he got hit off with Satanic and he killed.
Matu just chasing after Skeeter, casually strolling on up. You can see Zai waiting patiently. He's silenced again. There's the Vortex coming out from 9, but he's doing it. But again, Matu just jumps right back in. He sees Fata. He wants us. He's got the Glimmer Cape on him, but there's the dagger. He's beyond godlike. Somebody kill this man.
Just got way too much lifesteal. He got the lifesteal count of 15 as well on top of it. They call GG. That was just, what a timing by Secret.
Although I gotta pad those stats. I gotta get that final kill off. Yeah, beautiful game coming out from Secret, especially with the very aggressive lineup and the, the PA just popped off